It's March 22nd, 2022. They have a piece on about something they call GMC. They refer to it as General Motors, and I don't know what the C, I don't know if it's Corp or if that was when Chrysler. Again, I don't follow the business office aspect of it. But it says that I don't know if they settled a lawsuit, something like that. I'll put it on. But the point is that it had something to do with the headlights. And they put a time frame. For me, I noticed the tactical headlights on emergency service vehicles in my local area. I didn't say GMC, but General Motors is a general relativity term for the automobile industry. Although it has a corporate connection with specificity, it's not necessarily, I don't know who runs the contracts for FDNY or NYPD, but for me in the local area, someone at the fleet service station changed out the light bulb wattage to near blinding levels of light as emergency service vehicles, which trail, I mean, do you call them civilians? I mean, I don't have a word for persons, like the nobodies. Like, I'm a nobody in this area. I mean, because I'm in the public. So it's a public safety and a public health concern of mine that I picked up on, that I tossed it up into the USA forum for locality within the state of New York, but only because the prior administration of NYC's whatever, before I got the masking tape on the pinky guy, I mean, was fugats. I mean, it's like they forget about you. So they put these, I don't know who put the sign out there from Fleet managing NYPD and FDNY, but holy Christ, I see the lights and it's just like, oh my, I mean, it is vampirical. I am blinded by the amount of lights in the city. I know that there's a fascination with electricity and lighting. They are like moths to a flame. Without it, their whole world would end. I get it. In a hole between here and there in time and space, I don't know, do you say you interviewed them or you were in a room where they had explained their position about how much they are just infatuated with the lighting industry? I'm not one of them. I mean, Linda calls me one of the mole people. I mean, I use the lights rarely in the house. Now I only have the lights on because I have to make a video and the phone doesn't pick up on the shadow values. So, and then the camera light is so bright. But here's the GM recall, what televised Intel is throwing at me. Again, it's like, I don't know, is the TV supposed to be centrally intelligent? Because, I mean, I can't even get information on that. Like, is it foreign intelligence on the TV put together sequence? Are they centrally intelligent? I mean, when they speak, they're only human intelligence, but how it gets all put together with what I need to know in this small time period where I'm actually giving them the time of day and paying attention. I mean, based on how much my anatomy and physiology is broken because I didn't get where I needed to be, and it looks really frightening when I turn the TV on going, what did you all do?
Progressive, your home is a savings paradise. Bundles Progressive, your home for savings.
I smoked.
Where did the commercial go? There it is.
Terrain SUVs from 2010.
This is...
So, LifeLock helps detect identity threats. If there's a problem, we work to fix it. Go to lifelock.com.
No, on that note, I used LifeLock once. I said, what the hell, it's like 50, 60 bucks. I was having problems with my health and with my computer at the time, since the technology around here doesn't work right, being on the computer. And when I had the Apple before that broke. And so I spent like 2 hours, and they did like some kind of thorough whatever through the internet of, I have no idea what the hell you're all up to or where you come from or who's logging on and what the hell you might look for, but they went through thorough investigation of the inside of the computer. They said it was working just fine. I was like, yeah, okay, until I try to go do something, and then all of a sudden it didn't work so well. But when I went into LifeLock, they didn't tell me about any identity theft. I mean, is their job to alert me as a consumer? I mean, I had to pay for the service. At least they could tell me God's honest truth about what they know. They said they didn't know anything. They didn't see anything. I'm sure you don't.
To the index, and tonight GM now recalling 740,000 SUVs because their headlights are too bright for other drivers. Certain models of GMC Terrain SUVs from 2010 to 2017. Federal authorities say reflections from the headlights can reduce visibility for those other drivers. When we come back here tonight, the Wisconsin chief...
So it's just they put out a small blurb. I have no way of finding out whatever the recall is. I don't have a GMC vehicle that I drive. I have the Mini Cooper. But it's just, and it's not something that I can investigate into because I don't know where they keep or cycle that information. Being that I'm not part of an intelligent network, I only speak to humans, but it doesn't really gauge their intelligence. So, and there's no like real feedback capability. I got Lou, and he doesn't have a big brother. I don't have a big brother. So, I mean, I'm sure I have a big brother somewhere. But I don't have access to them on a regular basis, like where they tell me what to do or where to stand or how to get involved. That part never happened. So, anyway, so the mentioning of the lights is important only because it's not, there's several manufacturers of cars. I didn't list them specifically, but it's multi-branded cars have this lighting problem. It's not just GMC. But if you're using GMC as an umbrella term for the actual problem with the light, the tactical lighting being introduced on the road, that's specificity, correct? Because even our emergency service vehicles inside New York City, someone unbeknownst to me, they at some point just changed the lighting, and as soon as it came by, it was just like, I mean, it is neurologically disorienting. But it drives on the road with other drivers that also find it neurologically disorienting, but they're trying to keep on the road. So how is that a safer feature for emergency service vehicles, and who would allow such a thing to go into play? These are like the bad management choices. You got to send signals. Why is that the signal you send? Star 1978, Star 8378, Nicole, Cattaruzza, its Earth, Solar System, Milky Way, Universe, Galaxies, broken in its Bayside Station, Bayside, New York, 11361.